Well, friends, today I'll talk to you about cricket. Indians love their cricket and their cricketers, and our cricket team has made us proud by winning the World Cup, the T20 World Cup. I still remember the few days ago, I think the whole of India was up in the evening watching the T20 final between India and South Africa. And the moment India won, you could hear the firecrackers going all over the city, and this went on till midnight. And people came out into the streets. They were dancing with joy. There were great celebrations. And now only yesterday, the great celebration in Mumbai, when the cricket team went on a tour around the city. How the crowds jostled with each other to appreciate the cricket team. How there was so much of joy, so much of pleasure. Even our own Prime Minister went and congratulated the team. So, great success for the Indian cricket team and a great success for India. I think it has brought India into the limelight of the sports world, and not only that, India, because it is doing so well in other terms also, in terms of development, in terms of, its democracy. So it's now being recognized all over the world as a country which really matters. And this victory in the World Cup is one of these things which show that India's time has come. Well, talking of cricket back again, I am one of those old-timers who have been following cricket for about more than 60 years. Well, if I've been following it for 60 years, I do remember how the journey of the Indian cricket team has gone during this time. And one event which I do recollect at this time is when we won the World Cup in 1983. Kapil Dev's team won the 50-over World Cup in 1983. Oh, what a tremendous achievement it was. Because by that time, 2 World Cups had gone by, 75 and 79, and India had performed very poorly. And we were not known to be a team which had picked up the nuances of one-day cricket. But then suddenly came 83 and came Kapil Dev and his team. And Kapil Dev believed in himself and his team. And his team also started believing in themselves. And again, things suddenly changed. The team started performing very well. And then came one very crucial match I still remember. The match against Zimbabwe. And Zimbabwe was not a fancy team. But yet somehow, within no time, Indians had lost 5 wickets for 17 runs. Had they lost that match, they would have been out of World Cup. But then Kapil Dev himself came and played what I, in my personal opinion, think is perhaps the greatest one-day innings ever played by an Indian batsman. Because looking at the situation, looking at the crisis, he came and scored 175 not out. And the result was that India won the match. Again in the finals, we were pitted against West Indies and we got out for 183, which is not a great score. But then we could get a strong West Indian team out for about 141 and win the match. And one moment in that final I still remember is that great catch that Kapil Dev again took, running backwards to dismiss a batsman of the caliber of Vivian Richards. Well, these are some of the things I have in my memory about the 83 World Cup, which really, it was a great moment of joy for the entire country. And then came the 2011 World Cup. After 28 years, the team of Mahendra Singh Dhoni won the World Cup, 50-over World Cup. And you remember the final again, when Dhoni promoted himself in the batting order. And he and Gambhir did such brilliant innings to take India past the ropes against Sri Lanka in the finals. And so, that was another tournament, 2011, with the last tournament which Tendulkar also played. And the World Cup came to India in 2011. Again, there has been a gap now of 13 years. And 2024, the World Cup has come. In between, the Indian team has done well. We have reached 2 Test match World Cup finals. We have reached the finals of 50-over tournaments also. But we have not been able to win. Only 9 months ago, we did so well in the 50-over World Cup which took place. And we beat each and every team to reach the finals. And we're absolutely confident that we will win. But somehow on that fateful day, things didn't go our way and we lost to Australia in the finals. I think the whole nation wept and the whole nation was very sad to see Rohit Sharma and his team feeling so pulled down, looking so sad, looking so disconsolate at something so unexpected having happened. Because it was against a run-off play. Everybody expected Indians to win the 50-over World Cup. One thought that now it's very difficult that this kind of a situation will come when India would be ready to win. But it happened within 7 to 8 months in this T20 World Cup. And T20 is a difficult kind of a game which you can never be sure which team will win. On a particular day, it can happen that even a less fancy team can upset a better team, as it happened in this World Cup also. But Indians, right from day one, they performed brilliantly, winning all the matches. When went into the Super 8, went into the semi-finals, defeated Australia on the way, defeated England on the way, and defeated Pakistan on the way, and finally in the finals against South Africa. Here was a match where both teams had not lost any match on the way. It was going to be an evenly poised match. Both teams had their match winners. So one was waiting with bated breath to see what will happen. And the match started. What a glorious start it was. Because Virat Kohli had been opening the innings and he is India's best batsman. But somehow in this World Cup he had not been clicking. But here, in the very first over of Marco Hansen, he managed to hit 3 excellent boundaries and things had started. Rohit Sharma started with 2 boundaries and then all of a sudden there was a lull. Rohit Sharma got out, Rohit Pant got out and then Surya Kumar Yadav also got out. And the scoreboard said 34 for 3. And I remember feeling in a sense of deja vu. Oh my God, not once again. Are we going to lose in the finals again? Are things going to go wrong again? And I think everybody started feeling that way. There were people feeling a little pulled down, depressed at that moment. But at that very moment, I think there was a master stroke by the captain and the coach, Rahul Dravid. They promoted Akshar Patel in the order and sent him in, ahead of Shivam Dube and ahead of Pandya. And Akshar Patel rose to the occasion. I think I would rate that innings of Akshar Patel as one of the finest I think he would have played because he attacked the bowling. He confidently strode forward and played his shots. And as a result, the scoreboard started moving forward. And at the other end was Virat Kohli. As I said, when the situation gets rough or tough, the toughs start getting better and better. They rise to the occasion. And Virat Kohli may not have been in form or best of forms, but this was the time he played his true sheet anchor role and played a brilliant innings. Kohli managed a brilliant 76. Patel got 47. Shivam Dube came and also had his own innings. And finally, India reached 176, which was a good enough score. But somehow, having watched cricket for so long, I was feeling inside me that no, this is just not enough. Just about 20 runs short. Had we got 20 runs more, it was 100% confidence that we would win. But those 20 runs were somewhere missing. But still, let us see what happens. And things started as South Africa started batting. Bumrah, of course, is a great bowler, the best fast bowler in the world going around. And ably supported by Arshdeep, they got 2 South African wickets. But then De Kock and Stubbs got together for a while. Finally, Indians managed to get them out also. At this stage, it looked India would be able to win the match. But then Henrik Klaasen came and he hammered the Indian spinners all over the place. And a brilliant 50 which he got in more than just about 22-24 balls, supported by David Miller. And then we could see the writing on the wall. 30 runs or 30 balls. I think in T20, 30 runs or 30 balls with 6 wickets in hand. It would be anybody's guess that, okay, South Africa is on the way to win. There's no chance that South Africa would lose. But this Indian team had immense self-belief. They did not give up. That is the quality of leadership that they had at the moment. That is the quality of team spirit they had. They believed that they could still do it. And that is what was most important. And then the ball was handed over to Hardik Pandya. And he, with his very first ball, induced a false shot from Klaasen. And Klaasen went. Again, India got back a bit to the match. And Bumrah bowled 2 unplayable overs. Now, Bumrah's bowling was just, the batsman just couldn't touch his ball. And Marco Hansen was bowled also in the process. And after that, the scoring rate suddenly, became oppressive for South Africa. And in between then came Arshdeep Singh, who also bowled a good over. And finally, the last over of Pandya came. 16 runs required. Well, India had a good chance now. 16 runs is not easy to get, but not difficult also to get because there's a man called David Miller there. And we have seen David Miller in IPL in other matches. He can really hit the ball hard. And 1 or 2 sixes, and the match would be over. Well, it almost happened. The first ball from Pandya, David Miller went for it. It was a great shot. One was looking towards the boundary, wondering whether it would be a 4 or a 6. It appeared it was going for a 6. But then Surya Kumar Yadav appeared from the blue. He had different ideas. He caught the ball before it could go beyond the boundary, but he was running fast and had his foot touched the boundary ropes, it would have been a 6. But look at his presence of mind, that he threw the ball in backwards, went out, came back and caught the ball again. I think it was a memorable catch, bringing back the memories of the catch that Kapil Dev took to dismiss Vivian Richards in 1983. It was really an outstanding catch, one of the catches which we remembered for a long, long time. And that catch of Surya Kumar Yadav clinched the issue. South Africa's back was broken. they did not have the firepower left. And the next 5 balls, Pandya bowled with a lot of presence of mind and lot of, subtlety of variation, and kept his line and length and his mind cool. And the match was over. India had won by 7 runs. So it was a great victory, really tremendous victory. But the victory was, I think, to be celebrated because it was a victory for leadership, I think. Great leadership shown by Rohit Sharma as the captain. Great leadership shown by Rahul Dravid as the mentor and the coach. And also by the senior members of the team, who it was clear we were working together. The team was a happy team, and happy teams succeed. You see, if leadership can make all the team members feel happy, all the team members wanting to contribute to the success of the team, that is when success really comes. And that is what was important as far as the Indian team was concerned in this World Cup. When things were down, one of the other players would come up and play a knock, or do some great bowling, or take a great catch to, bring India back into the game. That was because there was so much of, joy in these team members, so much of belief in these team members, and they wanted to excel. They wanted to make India win. There was hunger to win. And that is why India could win this World Cup. That hunger was much more than there in any other team. So it is a tribute to the leadership of the Indian captain and the Indian coach, and also a tribute to the entire Indian team, which gelled together, which got together, worked as a team, worked together. The motivation level was high, the inspiration level was high, and they took the right decisions at the right time. And they were cool, calm, and collected. And that was what made this victory possible. So, in a sense, I would end by saying it's a great day for India. We are so happy that our Indian cricket team has won. But we must understand and take the lessons from this. And the lessons are those of leadership. What kind of leadership is required to build a team, to motivate a team, to make a team succeed, to make a team move forward, to have a goal in mind and have the entire team aligned to that goal. I think all these things were visible in the victory of the Indian team. And I'm sure if this goes on in the future, this Indian cricket team will win more such events, and not only the Indian cricket team, this will be carried on to other sports events, the Olympics and all which are coming, where India is sure to perform very well with this kind of an attitude, with this kind of a leadership skills. Thank you very much.